Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Vantrue N2 Pro. Now this is a dash cam that features dual cameras. Now you can buy this from Amazon. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price, $200. Alright, so let's go through some of the features real quick. High resolution recording. Now you got dual cameras, so that means you're recording the road in front of you and everything that's inside your car at the same time. Now if you're shooting video like that, you're recording at 1920 by 1080p with 30 frames per second. Now if you want to use just the front camera and record the road, you're shooting video at 2560 by 1440 with 30 frames per second. Now that's near 360-degree full protection. So when you're outside driving around, everything in front of you and everything inside the car is being recorded. Now this has a parking monitor with motion detection. This has high temperature protection. So this will work with up to 32 degrees all the way up to 158 degrees, and it's going to automatically shut off before it overheats. Now you got time-lapse video, optional GPS. You got a 1.5-inch LCD display. You got a 250 milliamp battery, and it supports microSD cards up to 64 gigs. All right, so let's unbox this and see what you get inside. All right, so we got the Vantrue N2 Pro, $200. Basic presentation, same specs we just went over. All right, so let's pop this open and see what it looks like. Shout out to White Shoes, back in the building. Huntsman on deck. Say it with me, y'all. Rah. Okay, now I'm trying to do this a little bit quick because it is after 7 o'clock and I want to catch some sunlight footage. Okay, a little sleeve. Let's see what's inside the box. Okay, enjoy your product. In other words, the usual books and shit. Pluck them, file them to the side. Now here's your camera. Dual lenses. So here's your first camera facing you. And there's your second camera that's going to be facing the road. Okay, now we'll go through the buttons in a minute. Let's see anything else in here. Now here's your windshield mount. Now this is a suction mount, so you can stick it wherever you want. This is going to be your USB-A to mini USB cable. This has to remain plugged in. Now you can hardwire this if you want, and this way you'll be able to use the parking monitor, but I don't really use that feature too much. And this is going to be your car charger. Car charger on deck. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's see, let's get the plastic off. Don't forget to peel that plastic off the front. Get that maximum video quality. Here we go. Lightweight. Looks just like the last one I reviewed, but this one records in higher quality. Now I'm going to power this on and go through all the buttons in a minute, but let's go outside and get some driving footage first so we can catch some sunlight. Then I'll come back from the gym, catch a little nighttime footage. I'll bring it back in the house and we'll go through all the buttons on screen and see what it looks like. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all, so we back in. Now let's take a look at the camera and go through some of the settings. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, on the car charger, this is a blue LED. So once you plug this in, it's going to light up blue to let you know that it's charging. Now, if you see that little arrow right there, slide that to the left and you got a USB out. So this way, once you plug your camera in, you can plug in a USB cable and charge your phone or whatever else you got. Now for the camera. On the bottom, here's your microphone. That's going to pick up all your voices and your ambient sounds. There's your power button, forward and back arrows. That's how you're going to make your selections, and your menu button. Now in the back, this is your parking and events button. So this way, once you park your car, if you want to activate parking mode, you hit that button. And also while you're driving, if you want to save a clip, hit that button and that'll record that clip and make sure it doesn't get overwritten. Now there's a couple of ways you could do this. By stock, it's going to be on loop recording set to 3 minutes. So every 3 minutes, it's going to override the last video. You could change that to 1 minute or 5 minutes, or you could turn it off. Now, if you turn it off, it's going to record for 25-minute clips. But once the memory card gets full, it's not going to record. So I usually leave the loop recording on for about 5 minutes. Here's your display, 1.5 inches. These are little stickers right here that correspond to the buttons. So this way, once this is in your car, you don't got to keep rotating it to see the buttons. You know where they at. Now here's your camera that's going to be facing you. This does rotate, not 360 degrees, but it goes up and down. So if you're very tall, put it up high. If you're a little shorty, put it down low. And now on one side, here's your USB. Now you can plug this in directly through the USB or from the mount, also has a USB plug. You open up this little flap right here. This is where you're going to put your microSD card in. So that's a little slot. And this is for your mini HDMI. Now that's kind of dope. If you got one of these cables like this, mini HDMI to regular size HDMI, you can plug this in and put it right to your TV. All right, and that's pretty much it. My bad, y'all. I had to take a phone call. All right, so let's power this on and go through the settings. So we'll hold down the power button. Now here's your battery indicator. So this is not plugged in, so it's telling me to check the power source, but it will work without being plugged in as long as your battery is charged up. Now let's hit the menu button. Okay, so first we got record setup. So now you got your resolution. So let's activate that. Got to get the hang of this. Okay, so now you see 1080p, 1080p. Now if you leave that on, that means both cameras are activated at the same time. Now once you switch off of that, you got 1440p. This is just for the front recording. You got, I don't got my glasses on. You got 1296p. You got 1080p, 60 frames per second, 1080p, and 1080p, 1080p. So you only got one setting that's going to activate both cameras. So if you want to have front and back recording, it has to be on this setting. Let's go back. Now you got your loop recording off. Now I'll leave it off right now, but I was just shooting some video. But the best thing to do is leave it on 5 minutes, and it'll just keep looping every 5 minutes. If something happens and you need to save that, hit that events button. Let's go back. You got your G sensor. Your audio recording, leave that on. Parking mode. If you got it hardwired, then you want to use parking mode. Exposure, your number plate, your timestamp. You got your rotate display. Now, depending on how you mount this, you can mount it upside down and then rotate the display and record like that. So this way, if you want to mount it off your sunroof and have it facing forward so you can see all your drive controls, then you might want to rotate the display. You got your time-lapse photo. Now you can leave this on. Say you park somewhere nice and you want to get a nice time-lapse, maybe Times Square. Use that if you want. Your power off delay. Let's keep it moving. All right, so here's your system setup. Language. Format your SD card as soon as you put it in there. Time and date. Auto LCD off. Let's see, what do I have mine set at? Let's see, I'll leave it off. I like to leave the screen on while I'm driving, so we'll leave that on. Now, if you turn that, now look, there's two ways you can do that. If you want, you can have the auto LCD off. That's kind of good too. This way, if you get pulled over by the cops, the screen will be off, so they might not know that you're recording. If you want to do clandestine recordings, now if you want them to know that you're recording, then leave the screen on. Let's see, you got your non-use auto power off, frequency, system info, and your default settings. Let's go to GPS. Now, GPS setup, you got to have an external GPS unit. There's your files or your camera footage. And that's pretty much it. All right, so now I'm going to go upstairs, edit the video. I just came back from the gym, so I got a little video in the daytime, a little bit of video in the nighttime, and a little bit of the dual camera action. Now, on a side note, y'all see some footage. Don't make a move, files on deck. Y'all cast that rock with my stream. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the picture quality. $200 on this. So far, it's a go. Shout out to everybody that rock with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know, Stream Gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah, special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat, Flossy_Carter, that's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early, #salute. Oh yeah, one more thing, I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces.
Enterprise, Spock here.
Spock, one to beam up.
Affirmative, Captain. Enterprise out.
Energize.